Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music done by Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Alexander, and today I am joined by... The Slayer, yes. I see that you joined literally right as I started the show. What impeccable timing, good sir. Anyway, today is Freya's Day, also known as Friday, December 16th, 2022. 9 days, people. I'm gonna kind of copycat what's his face, the guy who voiced Kratos did. 9 days, 9 days, 9 days until Christmas. Anyway, let's hop into the history, shall we? We're going to start us off here in the year 755, in which a Lucian revolted against Chancellor Yang Guozong at Fanyang, initiating the Anxi Rebellion during the Chinese Tang Dynasty. Alright, dang the Tang. And then we got a royal coronation in 1431. King Henry VI of England was crowned King of France, the only English monarch to wear both crowns. Ooh, well look at that. Henry VI. King of UK and France. Alright. And then another historic event here in 1497, Portuguese navigator Vasco da Gama was the first European to sail along Africa's east coast and named it Natal. Alright. Bratos, are you there or are you AFK with your microphone muted? I'm gonna give you a couple seconds to...
Half here.
Oh, you're half there?
Yeah, like half here.
Ah, okay. Well, then I will continue on as soon as I put my glasses on, because right now I can only see the Mayflower, barely. There we go. 1620, Mayflower pilgrims came ashore in Plymouth Bay, traditionally thought to be at Plymouth Rock, Massachusetts. New style, December 26. Alright. We got another historic event here in 1620. Miles Standish and a group of 18 settlers were confronted by 30 Native Americans, which became known as the First Encounter. Oh, wow. So the first encounter of the European, immigrants coming to America, meeting the natives, well, I don't, well, you know what, that'd be in the north, what would become the United States, I believe, because I do know that about 100 some odd years before that, back in 14, whatever it was, Christopher Columbus, 1492, there we go. Yeah, sailed the ocean blue. So, anyway, 1653, Parliamentarian General Oliver Cromwell was appointed as Lord Protector of England, Scotland, and Ireland. Alright, I know about Oliver Cromwell, heard that name before. We're going to move on up here. We got an invention in 1775. Englishman Richard Arkwright received a patent for his carding machine for use in cotton mills. Huh. Let's take a look at what that would look like. Carding machine for use in cotton mills. Oh, okay, one of these. Oh, so it's like turning it into cotton cards or something like, or whatever carding means in this industry. Huh. Alright. And we got an appointment of interest here. In 1863, Braxton Bragg was replaced by Joseph E. Johnston as commander of the Confederate Army of Tennessee. Ooh. Hey, my home state, was not always a good place. So, we're going to move on up to 1877. Anton Bruckner's Third Symphony in D premiered. Okay. And then we also have the Great White Fleet. Here we go. 1907, as a gesture of the U.S.'s new presence as a world power, President Theodore Roosevelt sent the Great White Fleet on a round-the-world cruise visiting ports internationally. So this is when he sent them off. That's a little weird, but okay. Like right before Christmas, poor soldiers, sending them away, from their families for a show of power to the rest of the world. What, a power over your fellow countrymen to remove them from seeing their family on the holiday? Come on, dude, that's not cool. Anyway, 1913, Charlie Chaplin began his film career at Keystone for $150 a week. Man, I wish I made that much. That's pretty cool. 1914, French offensive in Artois, northern France, led by Philippe Pétain. We got a boxing title fight, 1918. Jack Dempsey knocks out Carl Morris in 14 seconds. Holy cow. In less than a quarter of a minute, this guy knocked out this other guy. Wow, well, that explains why Carl Morris is not even a clickable name. So. Then, 1921, the Anglo-Irish Treaty, agreed to by the British Parliament and the Sinn Féin, was ratified. Alright, the Anglo-Irish Treaty. Oh, why is it taking me to Michael Collins? That's weird. Let's see, what is the Anglo-Irish Treaty? 1921. Alright. 1921. Alright. It says here, commonly known in Ireland as the Treaty, and officially the Articles of Agreement for a treaty between Great Britain and Ireland, was an agreement between the government of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland and representatives of the Irish Republic that concluded the Irish War of Independence. It provided for the establishment of the Irish Free State within a year as a self-governing dominion within the community of nations known as the British Empire. A status the same as that of the Dominion of Canada. It also provided Northern Ireland, which had been created by the Government of Ireland Act of 1920 to obtain to opt out of the Irish Free State in Article 12, which the Parliament of Northern Ireland exercised. So essentially, it's their their slight independence, so to speak. So, for further reading on this article, please refer to the underbar of the description, in which you will see the link right now. And hello, Lulikins. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining. I see you in the comments there. Anyway, we're going to move on up here to 1924. Hiram Bingman was elected as a Republican to serve in the U.S. Senate, forcing him to resign as governor of Connecticut after serving only 1 day in office, the shortest term of any Connecticut governor. Huh. All right, I know a couple people in Connecticut, so that's interesting. This guy was your governor for like 1 day, or less than 1 day. So. Gonna move on to music history here. 1924, Noel Coward's Vortex premiered in London. Alright. Still questionable, that name, but whatever, Anyway, I'm about to sneeze, so I'm gonna block the camera and mute my mic, so give me 1 moment. I'm sorry about that, but when you gotta sneeze, you gotta sneeze. Anyway, 1926, Darius Milhaud's opera Le Pauvre Matelote premiered in Paris. Alright. Then we got a contract of interest in 1926. Major League Baseball owners renew contract with Commissioner Kennesaw Mountain Landis for a second 7-year term. And that makes sense because he was the first MLB commissioner. Like, I think he invented the MLB commission or whatever. Or, I don't know. Anyway, 1927, Australian cricket batting maestro Don Bradman made his first class debut for New South Wales versus South Australia at the Adelaide Oval, finishing day in 1 hour and 65 not out. Crikey. We got some more sports history here. 1930, golfer Bobby Jones was the first to win the James E. Sullivan Award, Best U.S. Amateur Athlete. Okay, cool. 1938, bad guy here. Adolf Hitler instituted the State Declaration and Civil Order of Merit, Cross of Honor of the German Mother. So he made some badges, or some medals. Alright. We got some more boxing here in 1940. Joe Louis knocks out Al McCoy in 6th for heavyweight boxing title in Chicago. We got another historic event in 1946. French fashion designer Christian Dior and his backer Marcel Boussac found fashion house Christian Dior. Okay. And we got some film and TV history up in here. 1950, child star Shirley Temple announced her retirement from the films at the age of 22. So, wow. So normally at about the age that people are getting into the film industry, she's getting out of it. That's a unique life, change of pace right there. I'd like to read a book about that. 1950 as well, U.S. President Harry Truman proclaimed state of emergency against communist imperialism. And oh, how right was he. Look at us now. 3 years later, 1953, the first White House press conference occurred. President Eisenhower and 161 reporters. Okay. And that has since turned into a media circus. We got a Ballon d'Or in 1958. The Ballon d'Or, Real Madrid's French midfielder Raymond Kopa won award for best football player in Europe, ahead of German winger Helmut Rahn and French forward Just Fontaine. Huh. So not Fontaine, just Fontaine. All right. Hey, we got another historic event here in 1961. Martin Luther King Jr. Joined over 500 jailed demonstrators who had been arrested in Albany, Georgia. Yee. So I guess he was in prison, thrown in jail at this time. Is that what this means? He joined? Because I'm wondering, like, you know, if these are people who were in prison and have gotten out, you know, and then they all joined together because. But this is not former jail demonstrators or formerly jailed people. Like, I don't know. This is worded weird. But I'm about to sneeze again, so just give me a moment. Anyway, I'm going to move on up here to 1962. Lawrence of Arabia, film directed by David Lean and starring Peter O'Toole, was released in the United States, and that's interesting. I'm thinking about like maybe we'll start off with that tonight with movie night, and then we'll have a Christmas movie or something because Christmas is only 9 days away. So we are not treating it like how we treated Halloween. Anyway, in 1966, Jimi Hendrix Experience released in Let me try this again. 1966, Jimi Hendrix Experience released its first single, Hey Joe, in the UK. Alright. Eventually I got that right. 365 days later, in 1967, Wilt Chamberlain of the National Basketball Association Philadelphia 76ers scored 68 points versus Chicago. Alright. Got a film premiere here in 1968, the musical fantasy film Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which I need to add that into the movies because that is yet another movie I have to see. So there we go. Anyway, co-written by Roald Dahl and director Ken Hughes, starring Dick Van Dyke and Sally Ann Howes, with songs by Sherman and Sherman, premiered at the Odeon Leicester Square Theatre in London. All right. Another film premiere here, 1969, the film adaptation of Hello Dolly, starring Barbra Streisand, premiered, winning 3 Academy Awards. And we've got some more sports history here, 1973, O.J. Simpson, the Juice, became the first National Football League running back to rush over 2,000 yards in a season. And he later put that skill to good use when he was doing something else, involving a glove. And 1975, Bill Veeck bought 80% of MLB Chicago White Sox from John Allen. Dang. So 8 out of 10 people on that team belong to this guy. Huh. Got some more sports history here. In 1976, Charlie Finley's $10 million damage suit against Bowie Kun began. I wonder what happened there. Oh. And 1978, Ronald Reagan denounced President Jimmy Carter's recognition of People's Republic of China. Thank you. Thank you, Reagan. Like, you know, Jimmy Carter, you should not recognize... Wait. No, the People's Republic of China? Or the Democratic People's Republic of China? Which one is this? Okay, so this is the CCP. So this is not... the other ones, okay. So it's confusing. Their names are very similar. They're only different by one word. Anyway, we got some sports history here. In 1983, Yogi Berra named New York Yankees manager for the second time. All right. And then we all know about the Yogiisms. You know, let's see here. Yogiisms, which are funny. So, let's see, for example, like there's like hurry up and wait. Or you tell the stupidest questions. Pie a la mode with ice cream. You made too many wrong mistakes. Like, what do any of these mean? I'm gonna, like, put this in the under, but this should be, like, I don't know, part of the standard underbar links, Yogiisms. I haven't even gone through the full list, so I have to, you know, get through that myself. Anyway, we're gonna move on up here. In 1985, the film The Color Purple, based on the novel by Alice Walker, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Whoopi Goldberg and Danny Glover, premiered in New York. Yeah, well, it's too bad someone involved has turned out to be a massive steaming heap. So, but yeah. Anyway, and that's another movie I had to watch, actually, The Color Purple. The Color Purple. Anyway, 1985, John Gotti assumed leadership of New York's Gambino crime family after ordering the executions of Paul Castellano and Thomas Bilotti. Yep, no honor among thieves, and these criminals eat each other. So, 1986, revolt in Kazakhstan against Communist Party known as Zelokistan, which became the first sign of ethnic strife during Gorbachev's tenure. And then we also have 1993, Shannon Doherty, Brenda, was fired from TV series Beverly Hills 90210. Huh. Wonder what she did. Got some music history here. 1994, Davy Jones of the Monkees was charged with driving while intoxicated. DWI. Alright. Then we got a historic event here. 1997, U.S. President Bill Clinton named his Labrador Retriever Buddy. Why do we care? Why is that highlighted? Why is that even, why do we care? 2009, Ben Bernanke, chair of the U.S. Federal Reserve, was named Times Person of the Year for rescuing the global economy from the Great Recession. No, he did not. He just postponed it. He just slapped a big old band-aid on that thing, and now we're paying for it today. You know? And 2010, the final episode of TV talk show Larry King Live aired on CNN. Rest in peace, Larry King. I don't know much about his political standings or anything about what he said, but kudos to him. He was doing that show until he looked like he was like a puppet. His shoulders were up above his head like a vulture, but he kept on. And that guy, hats off to him. Partially, at least. Anyway, going to move on up to 2016. U.S. State Department increased reward for information on Islamic State leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi to $25 million. Wow. That's a big price tag right there for any information on that guy. And we got an NFL record here. Brados, are you still half AFK? I guess you are. Anyway, 2019, Drew Brees broke Peyton Manning's NFL record, which was 539 for career touchdown passes as New Orleans Saints rout Indianapolis Colts 34-7. Brees 29 of 30 for 370 yards and 4 touchdowns for record 96.7 pass completion. Wow. I wish I knew what that meant, but it sounds impressive. 2019 as well, Mariah Carey's single All I Want for Christmas Is You reached number 1 25 years after release. And it has been doing so ever since. Only in 2019, though? I thought this has been a thing for longer than that. It's felt like it. So. And then, let's see here. Well, that contains a word I can't say. That's sad. I guess 2021, last year, Super Typhoon Ray struck the Philippines' southeastern islands with winds of 195 kilometers an hour, or 120 miles per hour, killing at least 375. Well, go figure, I picked the worst one without even reading it. Anyway, before we move on into births and deaths, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? Anything that you wished I had elaborated more about? Anything you would have liked to say had you been here? Start a dialogue in the comment section. Anyway, we're going to move on into births. We have Catherine of Aragon in 1485, the Spanish princess, first wife of Henry VIII, Queen of England, 1509-33, born in Madrid, Spain. And if this is the king I think it is, then she has a grisly fate. Let me check. No, she just died at that age, so I don't know. Anyway, we got George Whitefield in 1714, English-born Methodist leader and preacher, born in Gloucester, England. He has a very oval head and appears to be cross-eyed. Anyway, Ludwig van Beethoven, born on this date in 1770. He was a German composer, Fifth Symphony and Ode to Joy, just to name a few. Born in Bonn, Electorate of Cologne, in Germany, of course. And I want to give a shout-out to Mr. Protoblob. If he's watching, if he's not, he is my best German friend. So, we got Jane Austen, 1775, English novelist, Pride and Prejudice, born in Steventon, England. All right. And then we also got Jack Hobbs, 1882, English cricket batsman, 61 tests, 5,410 runs at 56.94, 15-time 100s, leading first-class run scorer, 61,760, and century maker, 199 for Surrey. Born in Cambridge, England. All right. We also have Noel Coward. Hey. Born on this date in 1899, he was an English playwright, Hay Fever, Private Lives, and the director In Which We Serve, which later received the 1942 Academy Award. He was also an actor and singer. He was born in London. All right. Margaret Mead, 1901, a U.S. anthropologist, coming of age in Samoa and thoughts in female, born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hey. I heard it's always sunny there. Here we got Arthur C. Clarke, 1917, an English sci-fi author, 2001, A Space Odyssey, and Childhood's End, born in Maidenhead, England. All right. We also have Tom Brookshire, 1931, a U.S. football player and sportscaster, born in Roswell, New Mexico, in 1931. Maybe he's an alien. I mean, is it just me, or does that football helmet look a little more bigger than normal? Does he have a big bulbous head under there? What's going on? Something's a little fishy with Mr. Brookshire here.
That's how the old helmets were designed.
Stop deflating my fun.
They all look goofy. All the helmets back in the day looked really goofy.
They really do.
They all looked like Peyton Manning's forehead.
Oh my god. Well, now that you're here, do you want to take 1938?
Yeah, sure. Jimmy Lee Jackson, American civil rights protester and church deacon, was shot and killed by an Alabama state trooper in 1965. Born in Marion, Alabama.
Damn. So that's a tragic end to somebody really trying to fight for his rights. Just shot by a police officer, really?
Yeah, R.I.P., man, R.I.P.
Yeah, sick.
Benny Anderson, born in 1940. Well, he died in. He was born in 1946. His 76th birthday. Swedish pop composer and musician. ABBA. Born in Stockholm, Sweden.
So he was part of ABBA. I've heard of them.
I swear every country that is affiliated with England has a Stockholm.
Well, I mean,
like Scotland, Ireland, England has one.
That would explain the Stockholm effect. I mean, England did keep 25% of the world's landmass under their boot for quite some time. So. Yeah.
True. Lee Jun, it's his 53rd birthday. Happy birthday, man. He's born in 1969, Chinese businessman and founder of Xiaomi Inc., born in Shantou, Hubei.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so quick to wish him a happy birthday just yet.
Okay,
I think he might have ties to...
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. I wouldn't... Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
I'll do a little... Hang on. I'll do a thing.
Yeah. While you're researching, I'm going to go on up here. We got Ashens, born on this date in 1976, a English YouTube personality, Ashens and the Quest for the Game Child, born in Norwich. That sounds a little weird, but okay. And then we got Christine Ritter, 1981, a U.S. actress, Jessica Jones, Veronica Mars, and model, born in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. And Theo James, 1984, English actor, Divergent, The Time Traveler's Wife, born in High Wycombe, England. And have you figured out if that company is, politically motivated?
Huh? Well, it says here he's a billionaire entrepreneur and philanthropist.
I would say for certain then, because especially, that status in China, you're not going to be against their government. So, yeah. But, let's jump away from politics. Let's get back into history here. You got one in 1997.
In 1997, Zara Larsson was born. It was her 25th birthday. Swedish pop singer, songwriter, Uncover and Never Forget You, born in Solna, Sweden.
Huh. All right, we're gonna move on to the deaths, and you get to start us off. It is still your turn.
705. Wu Zetian. Chinese Empress 690 to 705. Only woman to rule China before 16. Oh, she was born in 625.
Huh.
I almost said before. I was like, what?
Yeah. Well, I could have sworn that there was an empress of China in 1900, but, well, there could have been a king, an emperor, too. I thought she was the ruler, but...
I thought that whole Chinese empire thing died out a while ago.
Oh,
it
no.
Died out
Why do I have over 9 pings? What the hell is going on?
I mean, not like...
What the fuck?
Not like in the sense that it exists, but as in the sense that it's... that you have a king. That you have either a king or an emperor. It's more just a president or, I don't know, czar. Actually, no, czar falls under the emperor.
Bro, a Discord server I'm in, somebody's account got hacked and they pinged at everyone in every channel.
Oh, God.
I have 35 notifications in that one server right now. Holy shit. Here, let me put this on here real quick. What the hell just... Oh my god. Wow. Anyway, let's move on up here. Who else died? Here you go.
Wilhelm Grimm. In 1859, German storyteller. Whoa. Excuse me there.
You doing alright there?
Okay. Yes.
That was so powerful, it kind of made me yawn a little bit.
Wilhelm Grimm died in the year 1859. He was a German storyteller. Grimm's fairy tales. Died at the age of 73.
I think he was one of the brothers Grimm.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Possibly.
You know what? Let's look that up here real quick. It's not like we're strapped for time or anything right now. So.
Yeah.
Wilhelm Grimm?
Yeah, we can even do a split.
Yeah, no, we're not going to. So. There's Brothers Grimm. Wilhelm, yes, yep. 1859. Yeah,
Indeed.
This is him. All right. We're going to move on up to Colonel Sanders. Oh, no.
Yeah! The man, the myth, the legend.
Bro,
Colonel
dude.
Sanders.
Bro, look at his birth and death. They just swapped a number. Well, that happens not too often. Colonel Sanders. Yeah, no, died on this date in 1980. Was born in 1890. They did a whoop, you know.
Yeah.
U.S. founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken dies at the age of 90.
R.I.P. man. You made some of the best chicken on the planet.
Yeah, it's too bad. Too bad your legacy tastes awful now. It's very salty. I don't even go to KFC anymore. I go to.
Depends on what you get. Like the Famous Bowl's still phenomenal. Although we did start making our own. We just started making our own homemade version of it. So.
Yeah, well, I just go to Raising Cane's if you ever heard of those.
Yes, I do go to Popeyes occasionally.
I have been to Popeyes a couple of times. I don't know what is with their biscuits, but it keeps me away from there. Like those biscuits.
Yeah, their biscuits aren't that good. Their chicken's, oh my god, their chicken's flawless.
It's all right. You know, I've had their famous chicken sandwich, and I don't see for the life of me why someone in Detroit would kill somebody else for one of the chicken sandwiches. But okay. Remember when that story came out? Like, some guy murdered some guy in, like, Detroit or Chicago or Michigan or whatever, over a chicken sandwich. It's like, why, dude?
It's like, it's not worth killing someone over that kind of chicken.
It's like, the sandwich is tasty, but it's not worth killing somebody over.
My dad has this bias for KFC, and he said this one time he bought Banquet. He bought the Banquet chicken. He said that is the closest thing you can get to KFC that isn't KFC. And I was like, Popeyes and Bojangles are better, right?
Huh. I've never heard of a Bojangles, and I've never been to Church's either. So I still, Popeyes is the one with the So.
Yeah, they're the one with the little jingle. Bojangles is only in like a specific area of the country, like the southeast. They're part of the South. They're mostly in the Southeast. They practically don't exist up here in your area, my area. They don't exist.
All right. Before I move on, I see that Jay Swanson has joined the show. Welcome, welcome, good sir. How are you doing today?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to continue on up. We have Sylvester James Jr. died on this date in 1988. He was a U.S. singer-songwriter. Do you want a funk? I almost read that wrong. Died of complications from HIV/AIDS at 41. Well, maybe I would have read that right. That would have explained how he got those diseases, but yeah. Anyway, let's see here. We also have, I guess I'm just going to take this, 2021 Taniela Moa, Tongan Rugby Union halfback, 20 caps, Auckland Blues, the section Palois, RUFC, died at the age of 36. That's young.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really young.
Oh.
Give me a second again.
Anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for any links you may find interesting, including one unlimited to all things Omni Coalition. Go check out our Rumble and our BitChute and such. Anyway, for your dose of Past Events Daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific Time, which is 11 Mountain, 12 Central, and
1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep, as well as 7 p.m. In Germany. So anyway, for all of you and all of us, I am Mayo Xander.
The Slayer.
And you, of course, are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, or if you're interested in news, we have a news show coming up in a few hours at 2 Pacific Time, p.m., that is. Anyway, until then, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Toodles!